Here we are on our way to Oregon Flock on Fiber, 2 fiber festivals in 1 month. Ah, can't believe it. Older daughter is coming with me. Wave, older daughter. Poke your hand out. No? Fine. It's gonna be fun. Fun day. Go see some animals and do all the fun stuff. Yay!
Let's ask you for a picture. The baby balls. There's baby balls with horns over there. Oh my gosh. Look at the two little baby girls.
Just got in is going to be your supreme champion.
Is that you? Are you the nibbler?
Money face? He's so cute. They like to pose for a picture.
Bring her. So funny.
So cute. Mama, when are you going to go to wear your sweater?
My spinning guild friend convinced me to submit 2 of my sweaters for judging for the first time ever. My Tyrolean sweater got first place and judge's choice, which was awesome. And my art yarn sweater got 3rd place. So that was pretty cool. I really should be inside sewing Halloween costumes because although Socktober and Halloween have the same deadline, if I don't get that far in my socks, I shall be the one disappointed. But if I don't finish the Halloween costumes for my children, they will be disappointed. And you know, disappointing children it feels far worse than disappointing myself. Plus, I've already established that there's no way I'm going to get a second sock finished and figure out the fit and finish and then fix the first sock. That's not happening in 10 days now. Anyways, I'm still outside knitting because Murphy has been very upset since they closed the dog park for the winter that's in walking distance to us. After the first couple of rainy days in October, they're like, oh, the rain is here, we closed the dog park. And then ever since they closed it, it's been nothing but mostly sunny with occasional rain. So really, it's not wet enough to get torn up. We've been going on lots of long walks, which he likes, but it's not enough to keep him as content as getting to run around in the dog park. He's missing playtime with other dogs. So he's not really letting me get much done in very long increments. So instead of getting frustrated that I can't sew right now while no one else is home, I decided, well, I needed to film anyways. But, I got a couple of things. So first of all, last week, we stopped and got a cool dice set. My older daughter picked it out. She really liked these ones. She's also been curious about getting into like some kind of role-playing game, but we haven't figured out quite where we could do that because like at our local library, they have a group, but it's only for like 13 plus and anyways. Again, I digress. Okay, so fun, yay, we got dice. So we'll roll for the next color, yay, with the actual dice. Okay, so we got a 7. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see, what color is our 7? Last time we got 10, which was we ended on the gray. Okay, so 7. Oh, 7 is, if I can find it, 7 is this really fun yarn. It's hand dyed. My friend Sharon Spence, who owns Garage Dye Works. So shout out to Garage Dye Works. I'm using a little bit more of this. It's fun because it has sparkles. And then the other fun thing that I'm going to give a try, when I was at Oregon Flock and Fiber over the weekend, and I bought these Addie crazy snakes. I'd heard about them and I thought I was so intrigued, so I was super happy that I could buy some in person. Although I am kicking myself. When I first went by their booth, they had the size 0 and the size 1, which is what I use for my socks. So I was like, ooh, I'll get both. But I was like, I should think about that, if I should, you know. And then when I went back, they were out of the size 0s. So I only got the size 1 to try. So, you know. Sometimes making a decision right away rather than trying to think it out and decide whether that's... Anyways, I guess... Sometimes impulse purchases are important because by the time you try and think about it, then you go back and it's gone. Okay, so yes, moving on to the next row. I don't know. Are these really size 1? It says they're size 1. I feel like these size 1 are like fatter. 2.5. They are fatter because these are 2.5 millimeter, and I think the size ones that I have are probably more like 2.25 millimeter. Oh no! Interesting. But yeah, the zeros were 2 millimeter, which is definitely what my size zeros are. But my size ones definitely fit into this knit check, which says 2.25. Boo! So I can't use them right now. Sad day. Sneaky snakes, you'll have to wait, because otherwise this is gonna be all different. I guess we'll save you for later, sneaky snakes. Crazy snakes. Snakes just make me think of the Tom Hall song, Sneaky Snake goes dancing and wiggling and racing. Okay, go in there, snaky snakes. It looks like 9 is our next color, which is more black. Okay. Well, I'm just sneaking in a little bit of knitting while I'm waiting to pick up my daughter from school. I do have a confession to make. I haven't always completely followed the roll of the dies. Surprise, surprise. Mainly if like the same color was going to be against each other. And then I said, no, not doing that. And also here for the little top triangles, I did roll black, but I don't want it since the band is black. Then I said no black for the triangles. And also if I repeated a color, I wanted each individual triangle to be its own color. So I said no to repeat colors on the triangle. Also, I said no if, for instance, like this yellow and this kind of chartreuse color were going to be next to each other. If those two colors were next to each other, I said no. Yeah, mainly that was that. Mainly those were the things that I said no to. Try again, dice. Well, not dice, die. Single die. So that's that. Just want to say that. Now I haven't even done any knitting because I was chatting. Okay, living slightly dangerously. I'm assuming that I'm remembering how to make this triangle correctly from memory, so here's hoping I'm not messing it up. I mean, at this point I've done enough of them that I probably am doing it right, but sometimes I trust myself to not mess up, and other times I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure you're remembering correctly? Well, at least the triangles are pretty tiny, so if I mess them up, it's not like I've gone and, you know, made a whole sock without it fitting correctly. It is annoying that with these little tiny triangles, I mean, I can weave in the ends as I go, or before I start, but there's not. Did I drop any stitches? Hope not. Don't think. Anyways, there's not any good way of weaving in the little ends as I go, so I'm just putting it off till I get this fit of the sock right, because yeah, it's also weird with these little triangles that you don't bind off the edge. You just like feed them through, and then the instructions say to, you know, tug the end to whatever tightness make, or, you know, to whatever tension makes the triangle look good. I'm not convinced that it's the only or the best way to do it, especially given like they were, you know, where a couple of the bind off instructions were to use a 3 needle bind off when clearly it needed to be elastic, so I'm slightly skeptical that all the design choices were the best, at least for me. I don't know. They must have worked fine for the designer, but otherwise why would they have made those the instructions? I think we need about 2 more triangles on the top of this. Two more goofy triangles for the top of this guy. Okay, let's see. Where's my socky sock? Okay, sock. Oh, okay, so we need our last triangle. We've got our 8 stitches for our last goofy, crazy little top triangles. So let's roll and find out what color we're gonna get. And see if we can not lose our dye. Don't go somewhere far away. Reroll. Okay. Oh, we got 10. 0, which I'm counting as 10. But, oh, I already have a gray triangle. So we got to reroll.
Sparkly one.
It's over here.
Sister,
Oh, it's just...
come on, sparkly.
Okay, stay on my little tiny tray that's tiny. I know this is an impossible ask. Not 0 again. Not 10.
0, 10, same.
Okay, 6. Nope, that was our last color. See, here was 6. Okay, reroll. Ooh, 1. We haven't had 1 yet, and
I was saying 1 in my head.
ta-da, 1!
I was saying 1 in my head. Ha!
Hooray, 1.
I have some secret link with the die, Mama.
Wow.
It can be an infinite loop if you put your watch in the frame, and then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how this thing works too much.
Don't slip out. Come on, needle. We finished all our silly triangles. I don't know how to... I mean, obviously there's lots of triangles on the sock, but there's the silly, pointy, tough triangles. I don't know. What should we name them to distinguish them from the rest of the triangles? Whatever, the top's finished. The potato chips.
I mean, corn chips.
The corn chips?
Corn chips.
The corn chips are finished. So now we need a color to start on the... I don't know, the bottom half of the cuff? Whatever, we're going this way. We need a new color.
Corn chips or Doritos?
Oh, die. What shall
Doritos!
die? 10-sided die.
Potato chips.
What shall our color be?
They're all similar. Doritos.
9. 9 is black. 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 Let's see. Okay. I guess we're going for black. Alrighty, I have been working on my socks some more. So I've got the top cuff all done, and now I've been working on increasing it to hopefully fix my instep heel issue. So this I decided to try Roxanne Richardson's method for increasing on the instep stitches. So for the top of my foot, and then I'll leave the heel stitches the same as the original pattern. So I guess we'll see if that works. I probably created more work for myself because I was like, what if it doesn't work if I switch colors more often? Then I'm going to end up with all these little tiny pieces that'll be hard to deal with. But I definitely don't want to have a huge giant color block. So I guess if this works, then I have to, go back and reknit it. I've increased here from 56 stitches. I increased up to 72 stitches, which hopefully should be enough. And also I realized another probably problem why the original stitch amount was not enough is because the stitch count is, the 56-inch stitch count is set for the gauge for the entrelac, which is a larger gauge, but the part, going on the instep was stockinette, which is a tighter, smaller gauge. So I think that's also part of why it wasn't fitting me right. So hopefully these increases will be the trick. So I guess I'm gonna try, my friend gave me some of this, I don't know, is it barber cord or whatever? So I haven't tried that yet to save my stitches. So let's see if I can do this without a disaster. Let's see if this will work. I guess the idea is you shove it on and pull it through. Okay. Fingers crossed. Is it gonna... Nope. I think... maybe this works better for larger gauge stitches. Maybe sock gauges. A little too tight for this to want to work very well. You can do it, stitches. Yeah, it's a little snug. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna put it on waist yarn because I think this is just too snug for the small stitches. Although this never came off, so that's good. Okay, I guess I'll have to save you trying you out for another time. Sad day. I was all excited. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to change the camera angle. Too bad my camera assistant is still at school. My older daughter really loves helping me set up things and doing stuff, which I could really use right now. Trying to make sure I can show this. I don't know, what am I trying to compare? Okay, so other sock. Okay, this is how it's sitting and it's tight here. Let's see if I can, I have no idea. Let's see, approximate where. Okay, so here's the stitches that increase there. It's probably not going to be really a good way of telling if it's right until I actually get the sock put together. I mean, Is this even on camera? I have no idea. Okay, well, I think that seems to sit pretty there nicely. Okay, here's hoping it's gonna work. Okay, so I'm feeling confident this is gonna work. So I guess now the decision is, do I wanna go ahead and undo this and redo it in the stripes that I want? Or do I go ahead and try and fix this? Obviously, okay. When I take this apart, I'll take this apart and I'll add that on, you know, make it longer, add the increases here on the top half, which will then just make the cuff come up higher, which is not a problem. But then to add this increase part here on the toe section, I'm going to have to shorten. Let's see how much. Let's see, I'm going to probably need to do as many increases rows on the top half as I will need on the toe section, which means I should probably count how many rows this is and see how many inches it is. Okay, so that section there, okay, is about 1.5 inches, which means in order to have this not too long, 1.5 inches is, let's see, well, 2 of these rows is 1.25 inches. So I'll have to undo those 2, and maybe we'll just have to, maybe we'll have to fudge it on this one and just maybe do, because here I just did 2 increases per row and then did a plain round. So we may have to fudge it a little bit here in order not to end up with too long of a, with this part too long, words failing me. Murphy! No gate. I think he's angry at a squirrel. Hey! Murph, no. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna undo these 2 rows and then we'll just do some faster increases at part of it so that we don't, so the sock still fits. So I guess first things first, we're gonna undo the heel. Oops. Okay, now I gotta undo it from where oops! I should have been more careful at that end so that I can. What am I doing? I don't know. Making a mess of myself. Okay, let's see those stitches. I should have slowed down when I was undoing it so I don't lose them all. Okay, I saved those stitches. Now we gotta undo this graft. And I'm guessing, I guess we'll just undo it from back here. Is that gonna be the easiest way to do this? Okay, and this time I'm gonna put the stitches back onto a needle as I go so that I don't lose them. Yet again, for the 3rd time, we have 2 sock pieces. Fingers crossed this is the 3rd and last time. And I was all carefully capturing these stitches, and then I remembered, actually, I do still need to undo this to start the increases at the beginning of this blue, teal. Why is my mind not, whatever, this bluish green, that color. Yeah, so we need to undo a little bit more. Also need to undo these rows. Okay, so not quite start to re-knitting. Not ready yet to start re-knitting, but we're getting there. Okay, so now We're gonna undo these guys. Where are you, Yarn Tail? No, okay. Maybe we shall undo you. Yarn, cooperate with me. Come on. Okay. Come on, Yarn. You can do it. Murphy, be nice to the neighbor. Oh my gosh, this yarn really doesn't want to undo. Okay, well, I was going to reuse it, but I don't know about this. It's kind of all stuck to itself and probably not going to be in the best shape to reuse. Yarn, come on, I don't have to snip you out. Okay, fine. You don't want to cooperate? I'll just cut you into little pieces. Jeez, naughty Yarn. Why you gotta be like this? Come on. Oh my gosh, come on, Yarn. My kids are almost home from school, so I guess it's time for me to go inside and focus more on finishing up their Halloween costumes. Monday. We need to have them all done for an event on Wednesday. They're mostly done. We just gotta add the accessories. So, okay, Sock. Put you away for now and see you tonight. So, Sock update. I have not been knitting very much because I have been working to get my kids' Halloween costumes finished. And they are mostly done. I gotta, I think, a few more tweaks. Let's see, what is today? Today is Thursday, the 30th. It took me way too long. So I had the bulk of their costumes done last Friday because we had a Halloween event with their grandparents, my in-laws. So we had like their rough draft version, not all accessories complete, but mostly there. So I thought, oh, it'll just take me a day or two to finish the accessories. No, it's taken me all week to finish. Partly because Mr. Murphy has been like, no, don't sew. Come give me attention. Oh, and I think there's a delivery. Delivery truck gone. Crisis averted. Murphy did a great job not barking and just staying with me. I'm actually surprised. I've been kind of haphazardly working on that, but so my kids and I, we always, pretty much every year since my oldest daughter was born, she's 11 now. I guess the first year I made her a rabbit costume. She was like 2 months old. And I made her a costume when she was 2 months old. Pretty much every year since then we've done a family theme, but not my husband because he's not into dressing up. Lame. Yeah, so when she was 1, we did Adventure Time. She was BMO and I was Marceline. And pretty much every year after that, except for 2020, we've pretty much always done like a family theme. This year we're doing Legend of Zelda again. 2 years ago they did characters from Breath of the Wild, and this year we're doing more Ocarina of Time. So older daughter is Sheik, is that how you pronounce it? Zelda's alter ego. And my younger daughter is Link, and I'm reusing my Linkle costume, which, okay, is technically Hyrule Warriors, but anyways, it's like a sort of a girl version of Link, but not exactly. Now I'm gonna ramble. And we've done a bunch of others. Anyway, so that's been taking a lot of my attention away from my poor Sock. But okay, we're at the point here. I increased to 72 stitches on the toe part. Now I gotta find somewhere in my bag of everything. Oh, that is, which one is that? Okay, this is cuff number 2, so this is cuff number 1. Okay, so now I need to go back to increase stitches on here to get up to 72. I guess I will knit through to the part that I undid, and then I'll meet you back here when it's time to roll for the next color. Sound good? Ooh, there's a cute old car that just drove by. Oh. So I knit 3 rounds. So previously I had knit 4 rounds with this, but I've increased by 4 stitches. So I don't think that I trust that this much yarn will get us a full round around. I don't want to play yarn chicken and see if this will get us the whole next round. So we'll just move on to the next color. So dice. Let's see. We need our 10-sided die. 10-sided die? Yes, here you are. Okay, let's see if I can roll the die without making it roll off into the yard and get lost. Daughter would not be happy with me if I lost her pretty die. Okay, that is, see, two, which is this guy, kind of more or less some sort of camouflage yarn, as in, you know, camo colors. Can you hear the chicken neighbors? Bagang! The chicken's neighbors. Can you hear the neighbors' chickens going bagang? Probably not. Oh, did I start? I started this knot in the middle of the row. We need to back up, I wasn't at the end of the row when I switched colors. Poot. Okay, I guess, yeah, I had gotten started on the 4th row without realizing it, so I guess we are playing yarn chicken. So, let's see if we can get this 4th row done with the amount of yarn that we have left. Well, I guess I left a long enough tail before that it should be fine. Yeah, okay, good on me, I guess, for leaving an extra long tail. Okay, we're gonna roll for this color, and then I'm gonna have to go charge my camera. So I guess we'll roll for this camera, and I'll knit this up, and then I'll probably just be knitting. Well, no. I will wish that I'll be knitting, but my kids are gonna be home from school, so my camera will be charging when I wouldn't get any knitting done, anyways. Anyways, side ran over. Let's roll for the next color. If I can get okay, dice open. No! And now it escaped. Okay, well, it's in 8. And 8 is where are you? Yarn ball. 8 is our friend, the chartreuse yarn. Happy Halloween! It's the last day of Socktober, and we almost have one sock done. Got the increases done on both sides, so we're ready to join. So, good news is the costumes are all done, so I should be able to get a good bit of this work done. I do have some chores I need to do, but Murphy wanted to be outside right now, so we're going to be outside and knit and procrastinate the chores. Shh, don't tell anyone. So we're going to join these and knit the heel, and hopefully we can get the heel done today. Hopefully it fits like I want it to now, so that we could at least have one sock done for Socktober. That'd be nice. Okay, lunch break time. My husband ordered teriyaki chicken. Well, I got katsu chicken and teriyaki chicken because yum. Lunch break. And then I gotta do the dishes, then put away some laundry. I'll be a responsible adult. And then we can get back to kitcheneering. The heel closed somewhere. I hope he didn't. Oh no! Where did? After I find where my needle fell off. hopefully in my bag and not lost somewhere along the way. And okay, yes, nummy num, some lunch, do some chores. Then I think we're about halfway-ish. What am I even trying to say? We're about halfway done closing up the instep, so then we can do the heel. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Murphy is mad that he doesn't get chicken teriyaki. No, leave it. No, not for you. Yeah, you need to work on your manners, mister. Okay, our instep stitches are together. Yay! Ta-da! I'm going to try it on and see, hopefully just having those instep stitches will be enough. I'm assuming that there's also a possibility that I may have to increase this heel stitches also, but I'm not quite sure how I will know that until after I finish the new heel. Foot in the almost sock. I think it's fitting pretty well across my instep. The stitches right now with no heel in them. I suppose now the only thing to do is to knit the heel in and see if this original amount of heel stitches is going to be enough, or if I have to undo it and add more heel stitches. I can't remember the mathy math that I did before in Roxanne Richardson's video. Was just to like measure here, as far as getting the diagonal wide enough. So I think theoretically this should fit with the original number of heel stitches. Okay, let's fingers crossed that the heel will fit with no additional modifications after this. Please, sock gods, please. So colors for the heel, I'm just gonna use this yarn that is what I unraveled from the first heel I did. So we're just gonna keep with those colors. Pew, it's a heel. Ta-da! This is how far we got in Socktober. I finished my heel on Halloween night, in bed on Halloween night, so I didn't record anything. And let's see, it fits. It fits. I think it's pretty good fit. So so I didn't end up adding any extra heel stitches, so just doing those increases on the instep. I think it turned out pretty good. Pretty good. I still haven't woven in all the ends though, obviously. Yeah, still got so many ends. Well, a lot of the ones on the inside are like partially woven in. Some of them are not. Anyways, it's messy. Let's not look at that. Except they're still messy on the, yeah. So I gotta weave them in and, block it. Just gotta, keep on keeping on in Tovember, as my older daughter said I should call it, since I gotta finish the toe side of my sock. So I think I'm fairly happy with how this is all finally turning out. They're definitely silly novelty socks. But I really do like how the colors I chose, even with the random rolls, I think it's all turning out pretty fun. Although I guess there's less contrast in these. A lot of kind of the similar ones are kind of close to each other. But overall thoughts is definitely fun. I definitely feel like, this would be so much fun again to do like with Fair Isle. Sunshine's fun Fair Isle roll for Socktober really makes me want to do that. Okay, at the moment I'm feeling like, I want to knit all the socks. We'll see how long it takes me to peter out on the sock, but I'm enjoying this. Moving on to bigger and better things. Holiday season coming up. I'll have to see what project to film next. My poor loom has been sitting neglected since last December. So that's probably what I'm going to work on next. Weaving some more towels. Probably, yes. Okay, wow. Ramble, something, conclusion. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this, make sure you do the things, the clicky, typey, all that. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, you want to stop it? It's probably good enough.
No.
I don't need more than I really when I do little clips, I only use 5 seconds of them.
I've zoomed in. I've slowly gone up and zoomed in on. He likes the camera. Say hi to the camera. Oh my gosh, he looks so silly. Oh my god. No, seriously. You seriously? It's so funny.
I'm sure all the viewers have been missing silly shenanigans.
I can't keep her steady. Mama. Okay, I'm like this, and then wait. Look on your watch though.
Mm-hmm.